watch and I go, I have to be that character. Like if this comes over and if there's any way for me to be that character, that's the one I want. The problem with that is that like the Marion situation only happens once in a blue moon. Usually you get attached to a character and then it goes to another company, or you don't get cast as that character, which is really embarrassing. Because then you're like, but there have been shows, older shows, that happened before I started voice acting that I really would love to do. My favorite anime movie of all time is The Perfect Blue. Yes! The Perfect Blue. And I think the dub is fine. There's nothing wrong with the dub. It's a good dub. However, I always wanted to I just want to do it because I love that show. And I've always joked that I want to go back and be Totoro. Because I love Totoro. But they won't. Nobody would hire me as Totoro. It sucks because when we were doing Neo-Ranga at ADV, I was trying to show them, I'm like, look, I can be a monster! I can be a monster! They're like, you just sound like you had indigestion. But if you watch Moonface, I actually am the monsters in Moonface. I talked to them. I finally won! I talked to them, I was like, Colleen, one of my friends, Colleen Klinkenbeard, is the director, and I was like, okay, I have this idea. Just roll with me. Just listen. And she's like, what? I was like, I want to be the monsters. She's like, no! You can't be monsters. I'm like, you gotta pitch it down and do this stuff. And so she's like, fine, you know what? I'm gonna leave you here with the engineer, and you go ahead and pretend to be a monster, and I'll see what it sounds like. And I did. I went in there and got real close to the mic, and I was like, and then they pitched it down and like doubled it, and she came back, she's like, you're a pretty good monster. And then I ended up being all the monsters, and I was very excited until I realized that for like 2 hours. Yeah, so it's like, oh, that was fun. I've done it now, and I don't ever want to do it again.
I like everyone on this side. No one's asking questions.
Or do you want to do like a lineup down the middle? Would that help you so you don't have to pick people?
You want to?
Do you guys mind standing? Or do you want to Oh, yeah, you can do the Jerry Springer. You can go run around to people. We're going to make Jesse work for his 5 cents that he earns an hour. He doesn't make any money. He does this out of... No, he makes money in his life. I'm just saying that he's here... Wait a minute. He's here as a volunteer. Out of love. He does this because he loves you guys. Woo!
You have to pick though.
What?
You have to pick.
Oh, I have to pick? Oh, Sugar Boy. Well, you said you were hooked up on Sugar too?
I know.
What is that? Or what?
I'm not the only one.
Can you do an imitation of Ringgay, and can I get your autograph?
Yes, actually I'll be signing autographs. At 4. I'll be around at 4, definitely.
How much?
I don't charge. Okay, I'm going to say this right now, and I understand that the people on TV have to do it. And, you know, I have an agent, and I understand. Agents want certain specific things, and they require monetary compensation, and that's fine. However, if you're ever at an anime convention and somebody makes you pay for their autograph, kick them in the face. I'm sorry. I mean, the thing is that we don't make a whole lot of money doing the anime. It's not like, I don't equate myself, you know, like we go to these big cons in Australia and stuff where it's us and like, you know, people from Twilight or people like Lou Ferrigno or, you know, all these people, and they charge a pretty significant amount for autographs, and that's fine, I understand, but I'm not in Twilight. You know, I wish I was making that money, but I'm not going to charge anybody for that, and if other people want to, that's fine, but no, I won't charge you. In fact, I brought stuff, so people don't have things that they want me to sign, I actually have things I can give you. You are awesome! Alright, what was, oh, Ringgay! You want to let the laugh. It's Alright, anybody that doesn't want to hear this, cut your ears. I'm going to put my microphone down so it's not so loud. That was another one of those characters I was very lucky to get to adapt the scripts for oral, which was fun and awesome, but very challenging because, you know, we wanted to make sure that because it is such a fan-centric show that, you know, we were releasing it for you guys. Like that wasn't, we didn't figure Joe Schmo at Best Buy was going to pick up Warren High School Host Club and go home and be like, yeah! Yeah! So, I mean, like, we try to leave a lot of the honorifics in and stuff that we don't normally do, so it was a tricky script to write. That was another one of those characters that when I saw Rain Day and the more that I wrote, I'm not gonna lie, like, I wrote it for you. And I mean, I was like, there's somebody else could come in and totally get the role, that's fine. And then I went and auditioned for Kate, and she's like, oh my gosh, it's like she's you. I'm like, I wrote it that way. But it's a great show, I love that show. I'm glad that everybody likes it too. Young Lady in the Brown, Mountain Dew!
Yeah! I was wondering how you got started in voice acting.
Oh, good question. This is, hold on, I need some water. It's so dry here, how do you guys do this?
I don't know. We love it. We don't have to worry about hurricanes or tornadoes.
Do you guys have like, so nobody likes, humidity is a no-no, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's because I'm from Houston, which is like,
I don't like to drink
it's
the
like
air.
living in one big humidifier. So I come out here and I'm like, oh, my skin feels so tight.
Oh, no, there's my nutrition.
Oh, I'm telling you, I am. Anyway, so how did I get started? It was by accident. And I know people don't want to hear that, and they want to hear, you know, how did I get started? My story was that I was in Houston. I went to the University of Houston with some awesome people, and one of them was Jason Douglas, who played Bill Palazzo, and he's been in a million different things. He's also in like He's in Sin City, he got beat up in Sin City. He's done a lot of great stuff. He's brilliant. Anyway, he and I were really good friends. And he had mentioned to me that he was doing cartoon voices in Houston. And I was like, shut up. We don't do that here. There's no like big studios here. That doesn't happen. And then I noticed his keychain. And I knew what anime was. My brother was a